All right. You're good, Cheryl.
But thank you so much, and really Kelly and your whole team. I mean, just every time I'm just blown away by the stories. I love the stories. It's a favorite part of this, and I'm gonna have to reiterate what Kelly said as she closed. Is I love that to inspire each other to move from healthcare to better health, and I think we are. That's where we are. We are the people who can show up and do that, and that is the mission, for children, for everyone out there. So never a more important time. I think I know most everyone, and I'll have to apologize for this office tonight. I have a light out overhead that I can't reach, so we're not in the best light tonight. But I have a lot of things I want to share with you tonight. I think I know most everyone on the call. If not, let me just quickly introduce myself. My name is Cheryl Cortese. I'm a national marketing director with the Juice Plus company. Now it's been 33 years, and so I look forward to the next 33. But it's been and continues to be an amazing adventure. Tonight, a lot of news, and I was going to go over some of those. I also have a surprise national marketing director with us. We like to do that to you every once in a while, and I want to particularly thank the NMD team. That is, of course, your leadership, because everyone's committed to come and bring stories each time so that we get to hear from all of you. And that's what I really love, is that this particular night we get to hear from so many different people. I mean, I've known and seen Lisa Walker, many times, over the past few years, and I just loved it when I saw the light in her eyes tonight, the happiness, and for everyone, you could hear the emotion in your voices. And the joy that I think we all feel, not only when things happen for ourselves that are particularly powerful, but when they happen to each other. And so for everyone that spoke tonight, we really appreciate your input and your stories. But just a few things. We've had a national marketing director meeting today from the company, and a lot of good news. There are always programs that are happening that are, yeah, I think really great to just empower and energize. And at a time like this, I think we all, need a little extra push as far as energy is concerned, but some really good things. And if you haven't heard yet, let me just go over a few things with you. We will have, and if you haven't received it yet, mine just came in the mail just now, just before this call started. There is we used to send out, years ago, it was a distributor kit and then a distributor packet, which was information about your business. And today they introduced, it will go out to everyone, and it can be digital, you can print it off, or it can come in the mail as mine did. And it was actually written by Jay Martin, our company president, and it's Juice Plus Business Basics from start to finish. And you're going to love this. It's not only great information for the new team member, but as I look through it when it came, it's beautifully done. And it could also be just a great piece to share who we are and what we're about as you sit with people. So if you know Jay Martin, I mean, he's all over this, because you see things that he says often show up frequently in it. Find a buddy, learn from others, which we all do, of course. We only do well if we all do well together. He talks about proven strategies, building confidence, and they're just great things from, person to person contact, as he calls it, show and tell, or technology and touchology, that we have, great tech support, and that's only increasing and getting better. All of the things from a philanthropic standpoint that our company does, which is amazing. And just about our speakers. And I found this interesting. If we look at, the people or the demographic of our business, 1/4 of all our distributors, and this is looking at the worldwide picture, 1/4 are age 55 or above, 1/4 are between the ages of 45 and 55, 1/4 are between the ages of 35 and 45, and 1/4 are between the ages of 25 and 35. So I love that, because we're so well balanced, for goodness sake. But it's just, if you look at it, everyone, no matter what age, what walk of life, there's the perfect place to fit here. The other thing that was interesting is we all know we have the Healthy Starts for Children, and that's from 4 years until they're 18 or until they graduate from college. And right now there are 200,000 children who are participating in that. And so I think that's a very, really just powerful number. And there've been well over 1 million children who have participated over time. So, and it just goes on to talk about how the product's grown, where it's grown. I mean, we own or lease all the fields where the produce is grown, and that's done here in the US. So very hands-on from the ground up as a company and as a product. And so it again just validates the power. It talks a little bit about our omegas. There's the last study that was done that came out was on omegas. Very, very powerful, brain and heart. It talks about complete and the Tower Garden, of course. And then you're going to have everything about the research. And I thought this was beautiful, just a good little, kind of short on each one as far as the studies are concerned. So it's really good overview information. The studies are amazing, but they are written for medical professionals and scientific professionals. So this gives laymen like myself a real good just conversation piece, you might say, as far as what the research does. And then all the universities and colleges and research centers, there's a list of those here, which again validates. And then we go from that to what you can do and what you can't do. Like you can't make, big medical claims or things of that nature, but we're all pretty good on that anyway. So just little reminders. And then it just talks about our medical professionals in our business and the support we have there. So this is either coming to your new person, or you can, it can something that they can print offline if they'd rather the digital. So Jay Martin, of course, has always got the best twist, I think, to everything as far as writing is concerned, but it's beautiful, and it's something that, as I said, it's not just a really good welcome and introduction to your new partner, but it's going to be something that I think you can really use, is continue to use foundationally to share with people, and the information is foundational. And then there are a lot of other great things that are happening. And if you haven't heard about this incentive that's here just for this month, you're going to be really excited when I share it with you, is that when a person from starting today until November 30th, if they become a Partner Plus within that first 10 days, so that's called an Express Partner Plus. So they're doing the Express track for Partner Plus. They have the whole 30 days to get a $50 bonus, but if they do it in 10, they're going to get a $100 bonus. And of course, that's usually just that person's own order and 2 other orders, as long as it equals $1,000 in production. That can happen right in a person's own household, or it could be 2 customers, outside the household. But $1,000 in production receives with 2 orders besides your own. If you're a brand new person and you're going from Partner to Partner Plus on the Express track, you get your commissions, you get your $100 bonus, but you also get something which is a new incentive for this month, and it's called the Exclusive Business Builder Box. And in this box is going to be 15 samples of Complete, 15 samples of gummies, recipe cards that go along with the Complete, of course, and complete brochures. This has a $50 value if you were to put a value on it, but it's going to be a gift to the new Partner Plus this month that expresses within that 10-day period. So you can really get some energy around that, I think, too, as you help people move from, brand new start to Partner Plus within 10 days. So I thought that was really exciting. I like that idea. And I like the idea that the person is starting on usually, our very basic tri-pack, which is fruit, vegetable, and berry. And that's where 85% of our sales happen within our company, is the fruit, vegetable, and berry trio. There are people who are adding omega to that. There may be other combinations, but here you get, this additional tester, might say, or taste test of the products that we also have besides the fruit, vegetable, berry, and omega. And those are wonderful. I mean, I love this, as we call it, the foundation or core four, but there's not a whole lot of taste to it. That's probably a good thing, okay, because it's just, powdered food, but these other things do give that taste for people as far as an experience for the product. So really exciting to have that to offer this month and give you that extra energy or push for your business. We had actually, from a company standpoint, the largest month we've ever experienced here this past month. So you can really be proud of yourselves and the fact that you're sharing with people something that at a time of high need. We're not only in a high demand market right now, but we're in a market that there is tremendous need as far as people. I think the whole world is awake, as we've said, to that need to really lift and boost their immune system. And we certainly have the foundation for that. So, it's a very important time as far as call to action. And then how many people are really suffering as far as job loss and just the uncertainty of, how and where we're going from an economic standpoint. So we've been very blessed. I was talking to Jay Martin just this week about how fortunate we've been over all the years. We're 50 years old, and I've been with him 33 years, and we have had things come and go that were very challenging in our world. And yet we seem to always be there to be a good supportive answer to people in so many things that have happened. And we always seem to be well taken care of, I guess you'd say, from a business standpoint and a product standpoint. Tonight, too, I wanted to, as I said, I invited Ro Melnikov. Ro, are you on with me?
I'm with you.
And hopefully she'll show up here.
I'm here.
Okay, good. Okay. I'm going to share just a little bit more. And of course, if we look at the little incentive I just mentioned with the business builder box, the whole idea is that we want to develop team, and really reach out to people because there's only so many people you can service by yourself. There's only so many customers that you can carry. But as you develop your team, you have the possibility to reach the world. And that really, is a huge gift to people as well as a power. So if you look at the incentives, the whole idea is to help people and energize people to continue to gather team and grow team. The other thing that's very important and very powerful is once you grow to that QSC position or qualifying sales coordinator position, you really want to qualify your business as soon as possible. So for the next 2 or 3 sessions on Thursday night, we'll talk about qualification and how important that is. That, as you start your business, and if you're truly business minded and you want to make this a significant business over time, you want it to be something that pays you regularly and increases in income, then you want to qualify yourself as soon as possible for performance bonus, which is the 3% that you earn as your team comes together. As time goes on, that will become the largest part of your income. So you want to be the model for qualification as soon as possible, and you want people to do that for themselves and be the model for their team and be qualified as soon as possible. And what this means is that you have at least, if we're using the tri-pack, it would be 24 customers, but you want to have in any combination of products or new team members, $1,800 in personal production. Now, personal production comes from your own orders, your customers' orders, your new partners' orders, and your Partner Plus orders. So the whole idea would be to keep that pool, of customers, new team members, and people growing to Partner Plus, keep that pool as big as possible, because that's always going to ensure that you're qualified. So if we're looking at qualification, there's now an incentive there, and many of you know of it, I'm sure, that The first time a person qualifies, and hopefully as soon as they become a QSC or a qualifying sales coordinator that next month, because that's where you become eligible for that 3%. So you want to have that as your strategy and encourage your team members to have that as their strategy as you put your business in place. And so you're qualified. So if the first time someone qualifies, they get an additional $50 bonus. If they hold it the next month, another $50, and hold it the third month, it becomes a $100 bonus. So a 3-month period gives you a $200 bonus over those 3 months for qualification. So now we've got bonuses to become, to go into position. We've got bonuses to qualify. And then, of course, those bonuses grow as time goes on. So we're going to look at the importance of qualification, as I said, over the next couple of weeks, and really dissect that and look at how you put that strategy together so that you have a powerful team, and a team that not only creates income, but does it in a very steady and growing fashion. And we only make money if other people make money. So that's the beauty of it too, is it is a win-win for everyone. And I wanted Ro, you've been, how long has it been?
I've been with the business for about 25 years. 25 years.
20, so, it's like we're veterans, you might say, but I've loved working alongside Ro. She has a very powerful story herself. So I wanted her to share her story, and then we're going to talk about, she's a very consistent business builder. She's got a really strong work ethic. And it's something that I've always admired of her over all these years. And she's constantly working at, pulling the best information from everywhere. And I think she's been involved in some training where the whole idea has been team development, right? With Eric Warrior, is that what you were sharing with me today, Ro?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you share your story, then let's just talk about a few tips as far as team and team development. And then, as I said, over the next few weeks, we're going to get really focused on strategy for team development. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you my story, but then I want to tell you why I'm excited about that PB, that 3%, without even the bonuses, if you'd allow me to do that. So let me tell you my story. I was diagnosed with systemic lupus with renal involvement when I was 22. I'm 63 today, going on 64. But I suffered with liver involvement, lung involvement, kidneys failed 2 times, in and out of the hospital. I even had my childhood sweetheart, who I married when I was 20, 13 years later, come to me and say, I want a divorce. You're too sick for me to stay with you. And we divorced in 1989. Now, sometimes people will feel bad. And I said, don't feel too bad. I married the attorney that divorced me, so don't worry about it. And we've been married for 30 years. And we have a 26-year-old, and we have a 22-year-old. And the most wonderful thing about it is, after suffering like I did and taking all kinds of powerful medications, from prednisone, where hair would grow on my face, I was bald from the Cytoxin, which is a form of chemotherapy, taking mega doses of vitamins, changing my diet. When someone brought this to me, I was like, get out of my face, I can't gag another pill down. But I got better and better and better. And I can sit before you and God and say that I've been symptom free for, I would say, over 25 years now, with no medications at all. And so with getting results like that, I resigned from teaching elementary school. I resigned from teaching college students, and got involved with the company because I wanted to give it away. I was so excited about it. But then I got really excited about the business part of it. And if I may, Cheryl, share with you why I'm excited about the PV part.
Well, please do.
They didn't even have to.
Becomes the biggest.
Yeah, they didn't even have to offer me. By the way, I didn't even, because I've been around so long, I never got all the bonuses that you guys get from all the titles. No,
people don't know that we didn't have bonuses at all when we were growing up.
No, we were just excited.
It started in 2007. So,
yes.
right.
The best part of earning the 3% for me is that you get to earn it 3 to 5 generations. Now you're probably saying, generation, what? Right? Well, think about levels first, and I'll be fast. A level is simply where someone is in the relationship to you. So I have people that are on the phone, on the call now. I sponsored Elena, okay? Elena sponsored Suzanne, Suzanne sponsored Jennifer. Okay, so Elena is level 1 to me. Suzanne is level 2, Jennifer is level 3, and so that you can understand those levels. Well, the company does something that's very unique, very significant, is that they pay you on generations. And a generation is the team members between a qualifier, someone that's earning 1,800, and all the people between until the next qualifier. So if I have my hand, here's my qualifier. This person's earning 1,800. This one did 1,700. This did 650. This one, you know, I don't know, 1,000. There's 1,800 here. So I'm paid on all these people that are in between. Think if you have 5 people in between those qualifiers, you're getting paid on every single person there. That's what really excites me. That's what's unique about this. So here's another thing. Okay, so here I am up here, and I sponsored all these people. I'm just thinking about it, right? Can't even see my hand, right? Okay, well, remember I was telling you about the generations? We actually get paid on 3 to 5 generations going down, okay? So 1,800, all these people in between, 1,800, all these people in between, 1,800. If you're a qualified sales coordinator, okay, you can get paid on 3 to 5 generations. Cheryl will go over this more as we go ahead. If you're a qualified sales coordinator or above, and you have 4 lines, each of them are qualified, or they have someone in that line that's qualified, okay, you can get paid on 4 generations going down, 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 okay? If you're a qualified national marketing director or above, you can get paid on 5 generations going down, 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 down. That's why when Cheryl tells you to go wide, it's because she knows that you have the potential of earning all that income down, 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 down. So when your business is qualified, you earn a 3% bonus on most, if not all, of your team. As your team grows, this little 3% becomes more and more significant until it represents a large and growing proportion of your Juice Plus income. That's what excites me. Okay, that's all, Cheryl.
No, but that's great because, you know, I think people, they see the little 3% and they think, well, 3%, that becomes massive. It becomes 85 to 90% of your business over time. And as she said, it's an infinity payout in a sense, because you're going to get the 5 generations who qualify with their production of 1,800, but anybody in between who is maybe just starting, they're not to qualification yet, whatever, you get paid on that as well. So the one thing about our company, and it's our company president's philosophy, is that his business is only going to flourish if all the people in his business, if his people in the field do well, and that will guarantee success over time. And that has been the philosophy I've watched them live by. But if we're looking at foundationally, what is going to really, I guess you would say, set the pace for success would be for you to, as soon as you become a QSC, then your next goal, even before you get to that sales coordinator position, is to qualify your business between your customers, your own orders, your customers, your new team members, your new partners, and your new Partner Plus. So if you're keeping that pool full, then you're always qualified and you're setting a pace for that. Now, of course, the activity behind that is team development, acquiring partners, being the model for that partner. And I'm going to go back to Ro now, and I'll tell you this about Ro. I really didn't know her well when she was experiencing the health issues that she had. And to look at her from, back 25 years ago, and I think she's has gotten younger even over the years, but you would never guess that she'd ever even had a health issue. That's what has been so amazing, is that my own health, that of my family. I mean, it really does fuel and the passion to share this with others and to build those teams. So, Ro, I think you were sharing with me that you've been part of a kind of a think tank group with Eric Ward.
Yeah,
He
I
pulled,
was
kind
really
of network marketing companies together to really look at team development. So,
yeah.
anything in particular, any highlights on team development that you might?
Well, what I want to do is I want to invite you to this as far as team development. On our team, we like to have fun, and the girls are on the phone there. We like to have fun, and we're all about team development. That's just so very important. Three-way calls. Who do you want to be your board of directors? You taught me well, and we're all about that. Well, Eric Worre through Lauren, okay, who is just a phenomenal person in teaching people on how to structure their day, on what to say, activities that are paying activities. We decided that as a group that we were going to commit 7 days to him. And what that is, and we're going to invite you guys there too that would like to take advantage of it, is 90 minutes a day of training by the best of the best in the industry and learning all the things that I just said, and structure our day to all out massive action for 7 days. Okay. That I already told my husband about the cooking. I already told him about everything, that it's going to be all out massive action in bringing people in. And right now we're working at warming up people. And what I mean by warming up people is becoming their friends, asking questions, forming relationships. All those things are important before you start inviting people, on your team. People, that we always say we want to say our story, but really they want you to hear their story first. So that's very important, to ask those questions and learn about them. And then you can wrap around what we have to offer them to meet their needs. So that's kind of like what we're doing this month, Cheryl. And I'm going to ask Marilyn, if it's okay with you, to put the link to Eric Worre's, and it's a free program, by the way. It's free. It's not going to cost you a dime.
Free program. And
yeah,
it's really, again, Eric Worre, so many of the lead people in a lot of the various companies, and certainly our company, we all learn from each other. And for the most part, our basics, I'm going to be, I'll refer back to Jay's new distributor, guide here. It says what? Business basics. The business basics have been the same for the last 33 years that I know of. That's my experience in this. And I'm sure for the 33 years before that, and, when this profession even began. But it's very simple, and we're in a relationship business, and it's really making those connections and friendships. And what I find really good about attending any type of presentation or training, gathering even tonight, first of all, there's connection, and it's very important that we all stay connected, because that energizes and empowers each other. I have drawn great inspiration over the years from the people that were my sidelines, my upline, the downline, and we're all learning from each other all the time, because our business is one that is one of evolution. We're constantly evolving, but we're evolving with the basics. So it's the techniques that evolve, the basics stay the same. And the basics are really, again, we're in the business of I would say, feel good. And that doesn't really mean feel good on the product, even though that's definitely true. It doesn't really even mean feel good from a financial standpoint, but even though that's true, what it means is that we're in the business of making sure that in our conversations, and as we lead people, the philosophy that I have is that I want everyone to leave that conversation feeling good about themselves, feeling good about who we are and what we have to offer. So listening to people is the very first thing. And Rose said that, I love, maybe that's why I love this profession so much. I love hearing other people's stories. I want to know their stories. I think that's one of the greatest blessings in life, is getting to really get to know and have a feel for other people and how they think. So if you think about it, if you're just collecting those stories, if you're sharing yours, if you take what we have and you kind of wrap it around what that person needs and wants, then, it's the option has been offered. And that's usually where the response comes from is once that person feels that interest that you have. I read something today that said, one of the most precious and genuine ways to express generosity is to listen and give someone your full attention. And I think this is where we really excel, is that we have learned over the years to be good listeners. And if you listen right now, and you don't have to listen very hard, our world is really in need. And when we say our world, that's the person that lives next door to you. That's the people in your family. That's the people in your town and in your state and in your country and in the countries across the world, is that we're all in the same experience right now. And so to listen for those needs and desires and wants and hurts and all of those things, and be able to offer solution is a beautiful thing, and it's a great gift. And I think if there was ever a call to action, now is the time. And to have the courage really to stretch out and share, to listen to people, to ask how they are, to really talk about, what do you want? One of the questions that has been very powerful for me in team development is in conversation, to get to the point where I can say, if you could design anything you wanted to, as far as your future for yourself and your family, if you could fill that picture exactly the way you wanted it to see it, what would that look like? And so it's from there that you have the basis to go to that person with what you have to offer, is once you hear what it is that their dreams and desires and their wants and their needs are. So it's right now very important to not only gather the strength from each other as far as the stories we heard tonight, though, we're all about the story, but we're, as Rose said, to listen first and to gather those stories so that you can merge the two, your story and the story of the person you're talking to, is huge. And to have the courage to do that right now and not let, just the lethargy, I guess you would say, or the frustration of the situation we're in right now take you over. I mean, there are times when I think, oh, I'd just like to go to bed and somebody wake me when this whole thing is over. Just wake me up when it's over. And we all kind of have that feeling. But, and I've said this a number of times, excuse me, since the this whole world situation started, is that, there are times in crisis when there are people who are really in need. And then there are times, in those times, there are people who come to help. And we are in position to be the people to come to help. And that's a call to everyone of you, to everyone on your team. And we look at our company really working at, finessing and really working at coming up with the things that are going to help us do that. The incentives like this, exclusive business builders box, these extra bonuses for, qualifying early, for really getting that foundation down to build a strong business. We talk about the core 4 as being the foundation for your health. qualifying your business is the foundation for your future business success. And modeling that and teaching that right away is vital if you're going to really take and have the access to the full potential of this pay plan, which is limitless. So tonight we're out of time once again, but next week we will get right into qualifying, again, being very explicit in how to qualify, why to qualify, and what that business mindset looks like. So this call is open to everyone, and please invite your teams, and really encourage people that they can stay with us past the first segment on into the second. So it's been a pleasure. Ro, thank you so much for your input tonight.
Honor.
And also Kelly and your team, we appreciate you a great deal and loved your stories. Thank you so much. So everyone have a good evening. And one other thing before I stop is that Jay Martin and Dr. Richard Du Bois will be doing our Take Action Tuesday, which will be November the 17th on a Tuesday. And Jay, who has written the guide, okay, will be there to be the one to close out that event and talk about it. So we all want to plan for that. And there should be flyers. I think the preliminary flyer is out at this point, and it should be with your upline if it hasn't reached already. So look forward to seeing everybody or hearing you on a Monday night call, seeing you on this Zoom, and hopefully along the way. So thank you, folks, and thank you, Ro, and thank you, Kelly, and all your team. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Cheryl. Thank you.
You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome.
Awesome job, everybody.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right. Thank you.
Bye.
Great.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Good night.